with everyone's name in the ground with each tree. My siblings went here, my children went here, my grandson even went here. Grandma said, we have a long history here. He's excited for the children of the school to get to experience what he did nearly 60 years ago. This will be something for these children to remember years down the road. The principal of Ponderosa Elementary, Allison Everts, is thrilled that the students will be involved in planting these trees in April. You can read the entire article and how they got the grant and some more, just a little bit more information. It's on the Q2 News app again, titled Deep Roots. Billings Public Schools awarded $37,000 for tree planting project. That's pretty cool.
Do they, I have a question about the time capsules. So they're going to open them with the kids, right? That's the whole point of that.
Yep.
So when they do that, do they do another time capsule to replace the one that they took out?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, like, yeah, is that a thing? Like, you know, because then it's like, you got to keep it going, right? Not that I want to, you know, a lot of holes in the ground or anything, but.
Mary is watching CH. Good morning. Sarah Schroeffel says, good morning, Heather.
Hi, beautiful. I love you.
Beautiful. I love that.
She's awesome.
The Scorpions lacrosse team is watching. Stephanie Harper, my dear friend Alicia Leary, Jenna Niemeyer. Good morning, Shauna Marie. The Scorpions lacrosse, she says, good morning. Togetherness means the camaraderie and unity that develops amongst team members. It's the bond that forms when athletes work together towards a common goal, support each other through challenges, and celebrate successes collectively.
I love that.
I think it was interesting. I was watching the press conference after the game when the Cats lost the other day, and they were
Did
talking.
You cry?
I did. I actually had no voice because I was screaming.
I mean, come on, that was such a good game.
It was a heck of a game. But they were talking about, even though they failed to win the championship, they were very proud of their season. They were proud to be together, and that was one of their biggest regrets. Is they're like, man, after this, a lot of these guys are going to go their own way. They graduate, everybody starts scattering all over the country. And they said, but our friendship, the bonds that we've created as a team, we'll always have forever. And I thought that's a great perspective.
Yeah.
As opposed to just being, crying in your cereal. They're like, this has been a great run.
Yeah.
I miss these guys. So.
Yeah, camaraderie.
It's a good one.
That's a good one too.
Yes, absolutely. Billings, it is 7:25, 25 minutes past the hour. Currently, you're looking at, again, 30 degrees on our way to 33. Sun's going to go down today at 4:49. The cool thing, I think I mentioned this to you last time you were here, each and every day. Well, not
gets
every day,
longer.
Longer.
That's right.
Keep watching it. Click, click, click. It's going to be really good. I love that.
And sunny today, isn't it?
Today. The snow's going to be melting like crazy.
Awesome.
Friday,
be careful, guys.
High of 37, Saturday 36, Sunday 33. All next week, it looks to be pretty.
It gets warmer, doesn't it? Like
warmer.
In the 40s at the end of the week next week?
There's like a 40 in there. Something.
Yeah.
It's crazy weather. But it is winter time in Montana, people. It is winter. Kara, good morning. Let us know. Drop us a line. Tell us what you think about that word.
Togetherness.
All right, Alex, we're going to bounce to a break. We'll be right back. Kicking with Leif and Heather at 98.5 The Wolf.
Let me go get them.
Sure.
All right. That's a cool piece of art. Is that new? That's new.
Yeah.
Who did that?
A gal from Octopus Inc. Her name is Megan. She painted that.
Awesome. She does the tattoos, right?
Yeah, she does tattoos.
I was going to go to her event.
She does a lot of good stuff. She's good.
All right, people. I'll be right back.
Who's coming? It's Chris and somebody else?
And Marc.
Okay.
Big boss from NorthCon.
Hey, do me a favor, would you?
Yeah.
Will you talk into that microphone? I just want to see if it's working.
Testing. 1, 2, testing. Is it working?
Try again.
Testing. 1, 2, testing.
Darn it. That's okay. We'll share. For some reason, it's not the microphone because I got a new microphone. There's something in here we were working on yesterday.
Is this the cord?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. We'll share. Yeah. Danielle, good morning, my friend. Yes, it is a great word. Yes, absolutely. The one and only Chris is here. Holy cow. Gosh, you even brought coffee. Look at this guy.
I even know what you drink.
Yeah.
How are you, man?
I did good, buddy. How
I see you. Yeah, really good. This is your friend?
This is Marc.
Marc
Leif.
Wellhaven. Nice to meet you, sir.
You guys sit right at both at that mic because the other mic over there isn't working too
Yeah,
well.
it's broke, but I'm sure. And these are your guys' headphones right here.
I need to help you out on some flooring, huh?
Oh yeah, getting new flooring in.
I like it.
So
I'm sorry.
funny. They put this flooring, this whole thing, over the top of carpet.
Carpet.
Yeah. And I was like,
Oh, that's what.
so I started to come up. So then somebody almost fell there the other day. So I'm like, I'm just gonna start here.
Oh no. Why is that like normal to put it over the? Oh gosh.
No. Thank you for the coffee.
Hi Taylor. I see Taylor's
So where's
watching.
NorthCon based out of?
Hayden, Idaho.
Hi Evan.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
I see
You
your
guys do a lot of
papa.
commercial projects, is that right?
There we go. Look.
More commercial
It's
government work.
mainly commercial government. We do a
there so
lot
you
of
guys can see 'em.
focus on
Let's see.
reservation land.
Turn the
Okay.
camera around.
I think I do
here.
remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Understand that before.
Yeah, our owner is Native American.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's really diverse. It's a pretty awesome company. You can
There we go. That's a good shot right there.
The owner's integrity.
Sure.
Yeah,
That always helps, doesn't it?
it's very rare.
Yeah, for sure. That's interesting. I love it.
Good home.
Yeah, you like it?
Chris likes it.
Good.
Yep. Good home for us.
One of you guys smells good. I don't know who it is.
It's fucking Chris, dude. He
He
always smells. He always smells better than me.
Just a little Jimmy Choo for you, Leif. I know you.
He's always the one that and he's also my designer. Like he gets me dressed most mornings, except when he has to get up too early. He doesn't help me out. But then I just wear all black because then I can't figure it out.
Right? Glasses.
Thanks.
Just throw these guys on.
Yeah.
Put these guys on. You guys ready? Well, good morning, everybody. We're
Taylor.
off to a great start to your day. 7:30 a.m. 30 minutes past the hour. Currently 30 degrees on our way to 33. Some clouds this morning will give way to generally sunny skies this afternoon. Winds out of the west, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Do you guys have a lot of family down in California where they're dealing with the fires?
That's more southern area. We're like Orange County. That's more LA.
Okay.
Yeah. And I do have some family in like Whittier, that area. Corona.
I had some friends that were down in Paradise, and of course they had that big fire a few years ago, wiped out the whole town, and it's crazy how the wind gets with them, and then it just starts causing a lot of damage. So,
I was actually born in Paradise.
what's that?
Yeah.
I was actually born in
No way.
Paradise. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that, huh?
Yep. Feather River Hospital.
Yikes.
Now you're in Paradise, Montana.
Yeah.
Studio Positivity. Billings, my friend Heather Estes is here. Heather, you invited these handsome guys here. You want to introduce them to everybody?
Yes, this is Marc. I'm not going to pronounce your name right. I want to pronounce it. I want you to say it so then I'll know exactly how to say it.
Yeah, it's Donnot.
See, so is that French?
It's French.
Marc
Is it
Donnot.
D-E-N-O-W-H?
No.
D-O-N-N-O-T.
Say,
Oh, Donnot.
yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay, but Donnot. I like that.
Donnot.
Yeah, it's French, is that what you say?
Yeah.
Wrong.
That's the first time I've ever heard anybody say it like that. Chris never pronounces it right, I don't think. But
doesn't?
no,
No,
Marc.
I pronounce it right.
Okay.
And Chris Glasgow, everybody.
And one and only Chris Glasgow. Yep.
You guys are getting married, is that what I understand?
Eventually, I mean,
We have a date set?
no, the whole plan was to have the ranch, to do the wedding at the ranch. So, and then you're gonna marry us, right?
That's right.
Like-
It's funny you said that because there's a Facebook page called Montana Wedding Solutions. It's a Facebook
Oh yeah,
group.
yeah.
And there's people on there literally every day looking for DJs, caterers, makeup
Yeah.
artists, officiants. It's crazy. And so I've been busy following that page.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
great.
I think that's one couple. She said, "Well, can you marry us?" I said, "Yeah." When's the date? She's like,
Who
"July
knows?
of 26."
Yeah, that's what
I'm
happens.
like, wow, that's a long time. It's like a year.
Oh my
Because
God.
everything gets booked up in
Oh, that's
advance.
true.
Yeah, so it's hard to find a location. Yeah, that's why we're gonna have our own location.
Rent one? I'm just gonna have
We're just
one.
gonna. They're just gonna
our
build
own.
one.
And we have some builders. We have some construction.
Yeah, they're representing NorthCon Inc.
NorthCon Inc.
Yeah, and I'll let them chat a little bit about where they're at, what they do. But I would say you collectively probably have almost. I don't want to make either one of them look old, but like 80 years of experience, maybe around something like
Just
that.
between
Maybe
these two
70, 80 years of experience. Yeah.
I was thinking like 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're counting past lives. we're counting past lives.
So
Oh.
tell us a little bit about NorthCon. Where you're based out of, and what you guys do, and just get right up into that microphone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So NorthCon, we're based out of northern Idaho, Hayden, Idaho, by Coeur d'Alene. Beautiful area.
It's beautiful.
Oh boy, yeah. And they're very diverse. So we're we have offices or areas, we call them, all over the United States. So we
Okay.
have some stuff down south, Oklahoma, Texas.
Sure.
We have down Nevada. Montana, we're kind of a bigger area, so we have a lot more we got a lot more land up here, so
Yeah.
we got to spread out. So the area here, we run South Dakota, some Wyoming, Montana, lower Idaho.
What kind of construction do you guys do?
So we're primarily, sorry about that.
You're right.
So primarily we focus on vertical commercial. I mean,
Okay.
that's our primary, but we have a lot of guys, so it's like Chris coming in. We're
For
in the
those that
vertical.
don't know what vertical commercial is.
Oh, sorry. So vertical commercial is basically buildings, specializing in government application. We do a lot of work for the Bureau of Interior.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you do a lot of work on the reservations.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big focus point. Our
Sure.
owner is Native American, so
Love it.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. Good company, work, good people.
They are good people.
And it's fun.
How many employees altogether? How many people on the team? Any idea?
Full team, about 30.
30.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're all pretty much all of them are managers. The unique thing about this district here, our area, is that we're bringing in a lot of younger people.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
So
They do.
It's awesome
Yeah.
because it's good to see that growth. I mean,
Sure.
it's
Keeping the trades alive.
us
Oh, is that true?
passing that baton off, and
No, I'm glad you said that because I work a lot with the Home Builders Association here, and we do scholarships every year trying to get kids,
Yeah.
students into the trades because a 4-year college isn't for everybody.
Yep.
And so I would say if you're not sure, don't go spend the money at some school and get into debt.
Yep.
That's not what you really want
Nope.
to do. Get into a trade, welding, building, mechanics. I mean, the list, HVAC, plumbing, electric. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And people, I think kids look at the construction in a whole. Kids look at the construction world, and I'm not going to say a fear factor, but they look at it like, oh, construction's dirty, or construction. I don't
Yeah.
want to I don't want to go that direction. And that's not the case.
Hard
right?
labor.
I mean, you see some of these younger kids that actually bite into it.
Sure.
They do really well. I mean, and they're making good money. They
great money, yeah.
they make great livings, and I don't think the kids, especially in that school. I mean, I know I have 7 kids. Five
Yeah.
of them are boys.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 of them are all in construction.
Yep.
One, he's in the service, and then I have a daughter. She's in construction as well.
Hi, Taylor.
It's
He's watching.
It's in the blood. It's in the blood.
It is, and it is cool because I didn't do anything to promote it.
Sure.
I encouraged it.
Sure.
And then I told
Let
them
it go organically, and it just happened.
Yeah, and they saw the living that I made.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's a good, honest, hard living too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They lived comfortable, and they saw that, and
I like that.
they all made early decisions to kind of do that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Chris, how long have you been doing construction just yourself?
Since I got out of the military.
Okay.
So, I got out, almost 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that, huh?
He doesn't even
Yeah.
look that old, does he?
No. Pretty good this morning. I was so jealous watching you guys over the holidays because you were always
Going
posting
someplace.
pictures back. They always posting pictures of all this food you're making.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
my God. Love
He still thinks he's in California, too. Just look at his
that. I
Hawaiian
like it,
shirt.
sure. Yeah. I love it.
I'm not in Cali.
No, a lot of times he's like in flip flops and
Yeah,
shorts. And
yeah.
company.
He
Yeah.
took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So Chris, how did you hook up with these guys? How did you find NorthCon?
They actually found me.
There you go.
I was actually down in California. I was doing a remodel on a high-end home, and I got a phone call,
Very cool. That's cool.
and they were looking for,
They were recruiting you.
yeah.
Headhunters.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah.
And she said, I've got a great fit for you. I think you're going to really like the team. And talked to Marc a little bit, and he's like, when are you going to get up here?
Well, because you were traveling back and forth.
I was
Yeah.
going back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now will this job now keep you closer to home more often?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the one thing I do like about with NorthCon is, I do like to travel. I mean, that's the one thing about this trade, anyways.
Sure.
is you're not always locked into the same location.
Sure.
Yeah, and different
I mean,
jobs. There's variety.
I mean, we're down in Yellowstone, the national parks, South Dakota. I mean, I think I've been to a couple spots already. Since I've been with you. I mean,
No, I was thinking about this, Mark, with regards to what you guys do. I assume then you must have like I used to call them SAM numbers and NAICS codes where you can get approved to be able to bid on government jobs.
That's exactly what they do.
You are exactly.
That's
Sam
exactly
is-
what they
I
do.
pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Sam is the government porthole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So it's a porthole to what we do. I mean, especially focusing on that government entity. It puts all the leads to us, and
Sure.
we do follow those leads.
But you also have expectations if you're going to work for the government. I mean, you got to check all the boxes. You got to do
Yep.
all the right things.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean,
Absolutely. There's so many guys.
fly-by-night guys aren't going to get those
Yeah,
gigs.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys want to dive in there, and they want to get into the government arena, and it doesn't play out for them. I mean,
Sure.
there's a lot of rules.
There is.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of expectations. And,
But you expand your opportunities by getting approved.
absolutely. Yeah.
Years ago, I was helping a guy. Do you know Andrew Newman? You met him. Newman Restoration. So he's a restoration company, fire, flood, all that kind of stuff. So I was doing some business development for him. And I said, we need to get approved through the SAM thing.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll contact the Basic Economic Development Authority. They'll walk us through it. It's going to take a few months for us to get all approved. But I said,
Yeah.
if we do it right, we're going to have these opportunities.
Absolutely.
Sure enough, as soon as we got approved, he got an opportunity to bid on a mold job that was like up in Lewistown. I think it was like $100,000 gig.
Yeah.
And he's like, gosh, I'm glad we went through all that to get approved so we could do that. So
Yeah.
it just has really opened up some doors. And so I'm assuming it's probably the same for you guys.
Absolutely. Being that we are native owned, there's, obviously there's other avenues that we were able to take because there's markets within the government, the 8A market, the hub zone, women-owned business. So there's a lot of opportunities. And being that we're an ISEE, it's basically it's an Indian-owned company
Sure.
that we do have leads that we don't need to compete.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, with other bigger contractors. And so that opens up a lot of opportunities, and we negotiate a lot of work. That's what we really
Are good at.
really like to do, and we're good at that entity because we're very transparent. So
Sure.
it's
Like that.
it's cool how it works.
Yeah,
yeah.
no doubt.
Don't if I say it wrong, then correct me, Mark and Chris. But they're currently working on a facility to house nurses and doctors on the Crow Reservation. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a community center in Plenty Doors, right?
Yep. That's
Yeah,
it.
so-
That one now. I even like to talk about that. So that's it's an innovation center.
Yeah.
And
Talk
so,
about that a little bit. What it
they're
is.
trying to do, and it's an incubator for businesses. And so, I know that everybody here locally kind of knows about the Crow Reservation.
And the
I've been-
challenges.
the challenges. And I've been blessed actually for about the last 8 years, even 10, that I've been out there working with other contractors and doing other work. So building the relationship with the people that want so good for
Sure.
the tribe.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
it's cool to be connected to them.
Part of that,
Yeah, and we had when we started negotiating Funny Doors, we had our ups and downs. It was kind of crazy, but we finally got some synergy and we finally got the line working on it, and it really will offer opportunities for local businesses.
Love it.
What they need. Back.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
it'll grow the community
Promote
within
commerce
it.
area.
Commerce and the
Yeah.
economy. They really needed it inside, and the vision, the gal Charlene that we're working with, what an awesome vision.
So it's just really about empowering people, right? And that's what you're going to be doing.
It really is. Yeah.
So they're going to have all kinds of different things within that center, right? So that are like office spaces and all the things that they may not have access to, right?
Sure.
So computers, things like that.
Well, incubator. So the incubator setup is for just different businesses to come in and develop.
Yeah.
So they have an idea, they're going to come in and develop
That's
it.
cool.
And then there's space there for selling their goods.
Like
We have-
presentations.
Yeah, we
and-
have an outdoor yard that we were able
Okay.
to design, and so where they can pull in and set up tables,
Yeah.
sell their trades.
Sure.
So
Ooh,
it's
I love
giving
that.
them a secure
No,
opportunity.
this is so good.
It'll be
because
great.
I obviously I work with NADC.
Yeah.
With Shane.
Shane.
Work
Shane's
with
watching.
Valerie and all these wonderful people over there, and they're all about again promoting that business on the reservations, promoting indigenous artists through tree. I mean, the list goes on and on. So I think that's good to see all of our communities realizing it's not their community, it's not the Native community in our community. We're all just together.
Yeah,
Right?
togetherness.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Jim Sweet is watching. Good morning,
Morning,
Robin.
Jim.
Hello, Marianne. How are you? Shane, good
Hi,
morning.
morning, Shane.
Tanya, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Billings, we're going to run to a break. We'll be right back. Kick it with Leif. 98.5 Low Wolf. Good start,
Good
Jim.
job, buddy.
Yeah. Is there anything that you else would like to focus on before you guys head out? Like, is there things you want to talk about? I was going to talk about that they supported St. John's this year.
Oh, please.
They're one of our new sponsors.
Love it.
They did Be a Kid event. So,
Oh, good.
yeah, we can.
I think we want to.
They are community oriented. They're very
let's talk about that,
philanthropic. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are very
We
philanthropic.
need to draw up some business in Billings.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. So you got 7 kids, you said?
I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
God bless you.
4 of them are here. That's
Yeah.
kind of why I came back to Billings. Is
Sure.
Because when I was here in Billings before, it's just difficult if you're not from Billings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
These guys know that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely. They have
Engrossing themselves in the community.
They're
Yep.
walking the wall right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Peace out.
So I lived up on the rims, and so I lived in a fairly nice place, and it was very interesting. But the kids really adapted. They went, a couple of them went to West,
Sure.
and really loved the area. And the cool thing about generational, if I was here in school with all the guys, you
Sure,
know what I mean?
sure.
It's the same thing. Because like Evan, my youngest son, he has a plethora of friends. I mean, he's
Yeah, and he went to MSU, right? Did he go to MSU, or what school did Evan go to?
MSU.
Yeah, so he has all his college friends still
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Hmm. We'll have to bring Evan and Taylor on another
Oh, my
time.
gosh,
yeah.
yeah.
They're hilarious. You would love them.
Yeah, you want
Who's
some
this?
dinner.
It's his kids. Yeah, they're so funny. Yeah, they're
How old
just
are they?
super fun.
How old are they?
Evan's 28 and Taylor's 30. Well,
Yeah.
almost 31. Yeah.
They're super fun. They're watching this morning too. They're like, "That's my dad."
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're super fun. Good energy. We hung out with them. They did their party for the holidays in Red Lodge during the stroll.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we all went out to dinner
December
together
7th.
and hang out. Yeah, super fun. We all spent the night there, and
Nice.
yeah, it was.
Like VRBO or something like that? Or just
No, what was it? It was one of those little
Parakeet
resorts.
Lodge.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, great time.
It was super fun. But I got to meet the whole team, and the owners were there.
Yeah.
He was super nice. I
Love
mean,
it.
yeah, I was like, when can I get hired?
Right,
over there?
right.
I love St. John's. I love you guys. No, it was like they take care of their people. You can tell.
Yeah.
My friend
Yeah.
Tanya says she just started reading the book called Life Together
Oh,
by
there you go.
Bonhoeffer. She says it's great so far. I love that.
Togetherness.
Yep.
That's the word of the day.
I was just going to ask, what was the word of the day? I
Togetherness.
Yeah.
Togetherness. Yep, I'll
Yeah.
pick on you. We'll come
Yeah.
back to that.
Think about what. He just gave you a hint. You got to think about what togetherness means to
My
you.
friend Justin, he does construction. He says, I love the togetherness of working on construction crews.
Yes.
And how we all rely on each other to stay safe and work together to get the job done, all while having fun. It's true.
Yeah,
Very good.
and it's
Very
true.
good.
They have like all the different contractors, that all have to work together.
Yes. Oh, boy. Crystal, good morning.
That's a big deal too.
Oh, it's definitely a challenge some days.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Good morning, Carissa.
Especially with different personalities and stuff.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
For sure. I would say the greatest thing God ever made was people. The most challenging thing in this world is people.
People. Huh? Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Bring different personalities, different egos, different agendas, different walks of life, different cultures. As you know, working with the reservation, you got to work with them in maybe a different way than you.
Well, the military taught me a lot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my first go at like
Oh, sure. Meeting
The-
guys and gals from all over the world.
all over the world, all different races,
Mhm.
all different breeds,
Mhm.
all different. I mean, I had one guy with me, first pair of shoes. No joke.
What the heck?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Freddie McCoy from Mississippi.
No kidding.
We just outed Freddie. Poor Freddie. He's like, yeah, dude, I didn't have any shoes.
It's like seriously, he's like, hey, first pair of closed-toed shoes I ever owned was when I enlisted in the
That's
military.
crazy.
Wow. That is
And
crazy.
I'm like, and he was full on Southern Baptist. Like, I'm like, how'd you go to church? He's like, we had flip-flops.
Yeah.
That's how they went to school.
One of the questions online is, are you guys hiring?
Yeah.
Yep.
Always hire. Don't construction crews always hire? Like,
Yes.
they're always hiring.
What kind of experience do they have to have? That's one of the questions.
You know, we're a management company, so really we start at a higher trade level.
Sure. Sure.
And then that leads into our foremen,
Sure.
lead guys, and then
Managing the
superintendents.
projects, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, and we do have some craft guys, and we actually.
But some
really-
construction companies will self-perform everything, and some are gonna manage the projects
Right.
and use partners and collaborators. So I get it.
And we do self-perform. If we had an opportunity to build, let's say, 2 crews,
Sure.
framing side, detail side, finish specialties, we would definitely have it. At the Crow, we're a little challenged.
Sure.
Just because you can't call somebody in Billings and say, hey, you want to drive down the Crow to work every day?
Yeah.
Right.
That's really tough. And we do have some good kids down there that
Sure.
we've hired.
Good.
And so we've developed, but, and that's why Chris said, we want to develop outside. We already know, we know the big players here.
Sure.
I do. I've been here since 2010.
There's always
I know-
room for more.
Mm-hmm.
I know
It's
the big
abundance.
players up here, and it is a development. You know what I mean? You don't walk into Billings and go get a job.
Sure.
I can come into Billings and buy a job.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but to walk in here and think you're going to,
Sure.
move it,
Sure.
it doesn't work like that. And I know with the type of company and the integrity that the company has, once we do solidify in, they
Oh, sure.
realize who we are.
People get in alignment with you.
Well, and we're here, and we do. I mean,
They live
I'm just
here.
gonna use the
Live
Crow-
here, spend
Yeah.
here,
Yeah, Crow for
live here,
example.
give here.
We finished the dance arbor, so I don't know if you guys have been down to see that. It's an awesome build.
Which one?
It's the dance arbor at Crow.
Okay.
Yeah, so where they have the Crow Fair. So it's a
Okay.
huge arbor with the stadium seating
Okay.
and all that. Yeah.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Pretty building.
Kelsey, good morning. Yes, I'll see you in a bit. Matt, good morning. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Corey. Good to see you. Corey's watching today from Salt Lake City.
Oh, nice.
Got a couple people watching today from Seattle. The gal's watching from Oregon. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
it's like, I can't remember, it might have been last week. We had people watching from Germany and Puerto Rico.
Can you
Oh,
tell
wow.
that on the radio too? Like, can you tell?
No, they'll just
because it's
tell me
on
where they're
Facebook.
at.
Yeah, that's cool. So
All right,
if
we're
you
on
guys were,
26.
if you guys were
JC, good morning, my friend.
to build something
Haven't seen
here,
you
like, what does
forever.
that look like?
Miss you.
We'll talk about that. Like, let's talk
Okay.
about that. Like,
Okay. You're the boss. I'm just along for the ride.
I know. Right? I'm glad you finally
Chris and I
recognize
both
it.
figured that out.
I just sit back, man.
Billings, we're back kicking with Leif. Then we found the wolf. You know, they say the key to staying married or staying with somebody is you have to learn 2 words. Yes, dear.
Yes,
So,
dear.
solves it all.
He does challenge me. I would say that. That's
yeah.
for sure. I need challenge. I can't. It can't
Well,
just be a yes man. Yeah, exactly. I need a.
So you were saying these guys are sponsored some of your
Oh,
events at
yes,
St. John's,
yeah, yeah.
getting into the community. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're a very philanthropic company. They've been here for a while, but I don't think people are aware of that. So I'm sorry, Mark, in advance if you get hit up for another sponsor support.
They say yes to everything.
Yeah, no. They and obviously with Chris's connection and what we're doing at St. John's and all the building stuff that's happening over there, it would make sense, right,
Absolutely.
to introduce
That'd be a
them.
good partnership, yeah.
So NorthCon came in. They became a sponsor of Be a Kid event we did in October at the zoo. They were one of our bigger sponsors, so we were very grateful for that. They had a great
Absolutely.
time. They had a blast there.
They're investing in our community.
Yeah, and so I think when you look at companies that you want to work with, hire.
Right.
For me, it's always ones that are giving back to the community
Right.
locally, and so.
It's funny you said that. I was working with this team at a company a couple years ago, and they said, "Well, we really give back to the community." I said, "Well, tell me about it."
They had
And they're like,
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, it was like crickets.
He's going to challenge us. He's actually going to ask us.
Yeah.
So maybe we should find something.
Yes.
So what they did is we did a survey with the employees, and leadership. And I said, hey, what kinds of things are important to you guys? What do you have a passion
Yes,
for?
right, because you have to align it with
Right.
the with
So
the
then they said, oh,
philanthropic.
we
Yeah.
like support cancer, maybe diabetes, maybe we have kids, so maybe
Yeah.
little league teams. I'm like, let's do it. Let's be intentional about
Yeah.
finding some things, doing some research, and really connecting you with some groups that could be that everybody wins.
Yeah, so I think that was a great step in them kind of getting into Billings as well, and they mentioned they're looking to kind of do some projects in Billings. So I think
it.
there's room for everybody in
Absolutely.
regards to the construction industry, and I think the people come in at all different levels too. So and then of course the contractors and working with different contractors. So I'm looking forward to seeing them build something locally. I think too with the history of both of their experiences, I think they could do some amazing things here.
Well, I like what Marc was saying earlier. You can't just show up in a community and just expect the
Right.
to just start flooding in the door.
Right. Yeah.
You kind of got to earn it. You've got
Yeah.
people got to know about your mission, your values, your vision for your company, your vision for the community. And so once they get to know you, then they're like, I think I like that. You know?
And then, so Marc, can you, because you have a history of like government funding and doing those types of projects, can't you do that also with the city of Billings and the county here, or how does that work? Like if there was projects they had that they're doing here locally, can you get involved in those based on the government side stuff?
So, city work is a little different.
Okay.
It's called, it turns into what's called public works.
Okay.
So public works is a state, it's basically state run, a lot of state funding, state grants when they're looking to build something new
Yeah.
or expand. And so it's definitely different.
Yeah.
There is a wedge there. So it's the negotiation side, there's
Oh, yeah, a
no
lot of
opportunity.
competition.
Yeah, there's no opportunity there. And then you can bid into the city work, but I mean, I'll be honest about Billings. There's a
tough.
lot of good, there's good
Yeah.
contractors here.
Yeah.
There is a lot of great content.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
And so that's not something that we want to even venture. If the city was to put in a new museum, or the
Yeah.
city was going to put in a new nature park,
Yeah.
something to that, we would definitely look at it.
Yeah, because those are like the bigger projects that you work on. Like that's your specialty.
Yeah. And so the other side of it is, in coming into Billings, we are a contractor that likes to build something cool.
Yeah.
To build a box building, to build something
Like
to
a
the-
ranch, maybe.
Yeah, a ranch for sure.
Like maybe a platinum lead
Signature
ranch
project.
facility.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've already
Sure,
heard
John's
of the
a
platinum.
Yeah.
lead, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's what we really want. That's the kind of end we want to get into. And,
Yeah. Like
but
out of the box kind of innovative projects.
An architect that had a creative sense.
Yep.
Not someone that drew 4 lines on a
Yes.
piece of paper and said, "Can you go build this?"
Yeah.
It's just kind of boring.
You got to kind of fit your niche, and it's got to work for you guys
Absolutely.
or your business model.
I think the cool thing about, and why I say, and I'm not going to lie to you, I've worked for a lot of companies. I've been from Alaska to Mexico to
Florida, right?
Florida,
Yeah.
to Oklahoma,
Hawaii.
Texas,
Hawaii.
Yeah, I worked in Hawaii for a while. That was actually a good one, I promise. No.
Best places you could be.
Yeah.
You got to have fun.
Yes.
And that's the one thing that we try to teach the younger guys we bringing in is that we do have fun. We laugh a lot. We have a good time.
If people don't have fun, they don't stick around.
That's true.
At all.
They just don't.
Yeah.
Because there's other places they can go.
My core value, I'm all about it. Fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, me personally, I love what I do. I love my job.
Yeah.
And it's a big part of my life, and being able to, when I drive by something and I say, "Hey, kids, look at that! Your dad built that building."
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
And then they even bite into it. So I actually love it. And so the Billings community, there is some opportunity there, and
Cool.
that's why we even like St. John's and other things.
Yeah.
They always build cool stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
my mom was there for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she was, at the end part of her
Well,
life.
places have grown and expanded. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
I'd say it's a little city.
But I was there the other day.
Campus, yeah.
Yeah. showed
Right,
you.
building.
Oh yeah, there's when we had demolition because we're building.
A pool near
No, that's going to be like I call it the penthouses of buildings. Like it's the 55 plus. So if I end up staying there for a while, I'll be working and living at the same place.
Oh, yeah.
But it's gonna be beautiful. They're gonna have like.
She actually says 55 plus. He looks right at me.
No, I mean like hey, like you know, like.
She's trying to get you to sign up. Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Pamela, good morning. Carissa, Colette, good morning, everybody. Today's
morning,
word of the day
everybody.
is
Togetherness.
Yes, coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. So we were talking because you work with a lot of different other contractors, other companies, managing projects. So there's a lot of different. Like I was mentioning, one of the greatest things that God ever made is people.
Yeah.
The most challenging thing out there can be people.
Yeah.
And you bring different personalities together, different egos, different agendas, different cultures, different societies. What is that like, Chris? I'll ask you first. What is that like to have to come together and work with all these different people? You were talking about a little bit about your military experience, but what do you think about that?
It's a very difficult task. It definitely is. Yeah. Someone once told me, "Stay calm, cool, and collective when you're dealing with people."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's easy to react.
Oh, absolutely. And you never know what you're going to get in the morning with people.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And now throw someone that's got to go out there and work in 20-degree weather with a hammer outside. I mean, he's already disgruntled.
Sure.
Yeah.
His nicotine level's probably a little low.
Right. That's
I mean,
cold hard fact.
keeping it real. I mean, most of these, boys, they go home and they'll drink a 12-pack and I mean, and then you got to deal with that effects in the morning.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I mean,
balancing all that is can be challenging.
yeah, and so I think that's probably one of my gifts. Like she always
For
says.
sure. He's like a gentle giant.
Yes.
Well, balancing people.
Yeah.
In the different, especially
You
with
have to be able to relate. You have to be empathy. You have to empathize with people.
That's the big
Sympathize.
one.
Really understand. Putting yourself in their shoes and realize, man, I know it's tough getting up and it's 20 below and you got to be out there working and things like that. Or they're going through a divorce or they're lost a child. I mean, all these things, right, happen. Grief, loss, death, divorce, bankruptcy, and you have to deal with these people. And I always say it's better to listen to understand versus listening to react.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So sometimes I react. As I've gotten older, I think I'm getting a little bit better.
We are.
But we're getting.
Yeah.
So that is a true gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the military was a good training for me, especially being like a corpsman with a Marine unit the whole time.
Yeah.
So I dealt with basically 15
Emergencies all the time.
Well, and my big thing I always like to say is, are they bleeding?
Sure.
Like I'm like, and I look at people and I'll be like, what are you gonna do when something really bad happens?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're crying over dirt on the floor. Now, what's gonna happen when something really bad happens?
Right.
How are you gonna react?
Yeah.
And they'll sit there and they'll think about it and they'll be like,
Something's always worse on me.
No, that's a great gift that you have.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things. Especially
He's very likable, I think, too. I think that's a big part of it. Like, everybody, I say people like Heather, but they love Chris. Yeah.
We're going to bounce to a break. We're going to come back and ask them what they think about that word togetherness. Kicking it with Leif, 98.5.
Dude, it's
Trevor,
toasty
good
as a
morning.
mofo in
Jane,
here.
hello.
That's what.
It's hot in here.
Are you hot?
I think it's because it's coffee, like I'm drinking.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Carissa, Kamala, good morning. Colette, Rosemary, good morning.
8 o'clock.
Stuart,
go?
hello. Bridget, good morning. Alameda, good to see you always.
Oh, yeah.
JC,
We'll be done
Montana.
after you ask the question, then you're
Matt,
out.
good morning.
Yeah. After this break, he'll ask you the question, and then
Yep,
you'll be you'll be heading out. Where's your appointment at?
Montana Ortho.
Oh, nice.
What's that going to be?
So
45.
Oh.
Oh, you'll be good.
So I've had this thing in my hand. I don't remember it not being there.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And so when you're a kid,
Is it like a growth or a nodule?
it feels like there's an ice pick in my hand.
That nerve something.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in my nerves. So,
So they're going to look at it?
well,
They're going to fix it? We'll see.
hopefully this time.
Oh, one of
I've
those.
had more
Melissa, good morning.
MRIs,
Kamala, hello.
more X-rays, more people sticking needles in there.
Poking and jabbing in you?
Oh, and I finally got a doctor that's going, well, why don't I just go in and cut it open?
And look and see what's in
That
there.
would be a great
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. No, because if you've been living with this pain, you know, that's a lot of people hate that. That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, this guy actually listened. It's very interesting because I told him, you know, when I was younger, yeah, we deal with it. I mean,
Sure. But now you're like,
it is, and I'm sick now. I'm 61.
Yeah.
And you know, it hurts.
right?
every day.
Right.
Cut it off.
Well, it's funny. My dad, you know, he's 82 now. He finally got to the point. He's like, I've been putting off getting my knee replaced for years and years. And he
Oh my
finally did it,
God,
and he's
he's-
like, oh,
Why did
it
it wait? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that all the time about knee replacements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hip
But I think he was
replacements.
just scared, you know, what it would be like.
Yeah.
How
Technology these days.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yep.
Yeah.
These doctors can do it's unbelievable.
80. So he had surgery at 80 something years old. Holy
It's like my
moly!
dad.
How old is your dad?
He doesn't,
70.
even, he doesn't even tell anybody.
You don't know how old it is?
No. Yeah. 82.
82, yeah, same age as my dad.
Yeah. So he shoots an email on Sunday. He sends us an email. All the kids every Sunday fires off an email to us.
Oh, nice.
Let us know how he is. Oh yeah, I just got out of the hospital.
You're like, what?
Yeah, he was about to have his appendix was about to burst.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he got rushed. He's like, my stomach was hurting, and so I talked to the nurse. The nurse said, you need to get to the emergency room right away. He gets in there. They're like, we need to remove your appendix now.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
I'm like, dude, like, don't let anybody know.
Right.
So my sister calls me up. She's
20,
like,
20 seconds. Hey, Villains, we're back kicking with Leif. 95 the Wolf, 804, 4 minutes past the hour, 30 degrees on our way to 32. 32. We're talking about the word togetherness. Individually, we are one drop, but together, we are an ocean.
I knew you were going to say
Good
ocean.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So, Marc, we'll start with you. When you think about that word togetherness with regards either to NorthCon or your family, your faith life, whatever it is for you, what does that word togetherness mean to you?
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's everything. I mean, I'll be
That's
honest.
what I said.
Yeah. So my family, my friends, my job, people I work with, it's all super important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maintaining those relationships and just being together and hanging out. I mean,
Amen.
a barbecue heals all.
Boy,
of
isn't that the
those.
truth?
Yeah, yeah.
He's a good barbecuer. So
Yeah.
No, it's funny because I've
That's
watched.
the first time you came to our
Because
house
you
with
guys,
barbecue.
yes,
Yeah.
because you guys are really great about creating community in and around your passion for
Yes.
food and hospitality, serving others.
Yeah.
That's really, really special. So I love that.
Yeah.
Because they said, like, when COVID happened, it pushed us out of community. You know, we had to be socially distanced and isolated. And when you come out of COVID, we had more hunger, more homelessness, more suicide, more pain, more neglect, more drug abuse, more addiction. I mean, the list just goes on and on because we were forced out of community.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now that's why everybody wants to get together now because we were socially distanced for so long.
Right.
So it's good to get everybody back. So I love that answer. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris, what do you think about that word, togetherness?
I think it's everything.
Yeah.
I mean, without it, like you just said, we're lost.
It's true, isn't it? That's a good point.
We're absolutely lost without it.
When I think about togetherness, to me, it's like a warm word. It makes me feel good.
Totally.
When I think about opposing words like loneliness or isolation, to me, those are a little cold,
Cold.
stale, you know, so sterile, that kind of thing. So, well, anyway, thank you guys for coming and sharing. It's a pleasure to get to know you.
Yeah, man, you too.
So, if somebody wants to get in touch with you in case they want to hire you or they want to talk with you, what's the best way for them to get in touch?
Yeah. NorthCon.com.
Yeah. NorthCon.com.
Yeah.
NorthCon.com, that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
NorthCon Inc. NorthConinc.com.
NorthConinc.com.
Yeah, it's that easy.
It's got it all there.
Giving you a phone number is pointless.
Sure.
NorthCon Inc.
Well, it's never good to put your phone on the open.
Yeah, I never know who's going to call.
Oh, that's funny. Well, it's been great having you guys.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
for being here.
Chris,
Thank
I know
you.
you tune into the show a lot, so thank you for your support.
Yeah.
And Marc, hopefully you'll start tuning in a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And thank you for having these guys on.
Of course. My pleasure.
We're going to bounce to a break. Our next guests are here. Kicking it with Leif. 95
All right. Put your time.
Sweet, that was awesome.
Thank you guys.
Oh,